Good morning everyone. Welcome to the Office of Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. As you all know that this time 7:30 AM is reserved for the Indian economy and Indian financial system daily session that is going to happen from Monday to Friday for your JAIIB October paper. So we used to have a Sankalp series in which in every session we were discussing 10 questions regarding your particular topic, and we have converted the same series in the 50 days 50 series in which we are discussing more questions comparatively in the Sankalp series we used to have, in which again I will be following the same rule, or I will be following the same pattern in which I will take one particular topic and discuss the certain number of questions on that. Okay, so let's start the session. But before starting the session, those who have already joined us here are very welcome to the channel and a very good morning to all of you. Also, I want to all of you to share the session on the WhatsApp, Telegram and Facebook groups wherever you know the persons are available, the bankers are available who are going to give their JAIIB exam. And apart from that, one more information. We have now only 48 days left. I will be counting days with you every day. That these days, how much days are remaining, so that you will be very serious and prepare for your paper very well. Okay. So before starting the session, I am your mentor Amanjot Kaur for Indian economy, Indian financial system and principles and practices of banking. And in today's session, I have come up with the module B of Indian economy, Indian financial system, in which we are going to discuss the chapter number 12, that is fundamentals of economics, macroeconomics and the types of economies. Clear? So as we know, there are 45 units in Indian economy, Indian financial system. Out of that, 11 units were in the module A, and we have completed the module A on YouTube with the form of MCQ with explanation. Now, in this particular class, we are starting the module B with the 12th unit, or we can say the chapter number 12, or the first chapter of your module B, that is fundamentals of economics, macroeconomics and the types of economics. So let's start session. Before going forward to the questions, first let's understand about the little bit about the topic, and then we will continue with the questions. So what is economics? Economics is a term that you all have heard as a subject. You always heard economics as a subject. It means if it's a subject, you are reading something, now you are studying something in this particular subject. So what you are studying economy. So the study of economy is economics. When you study economy, that is known as economics, right? Now, what is economy then? So economy simply is a system in which production, distribution, consumption of goods and services will be done. And this system will be studied, and that will be known as economics. Now, what is the need of studying the production, distribution, consumption of goods and services? In every economy, there is a scarcity of resources. There is the resources which are limited, and unlimited needs and wants are there. So we have to find out such a way by which we will use the scarce resources, limited resources, to fulfill the unlimited needs and wants. This is what we need. This is what we have to do. And this is where the need to study economy, or the need to study the system where production, distribution and consumption of goods and services are done is required. Okay, so we are studying how to fulfill this demand, unlimited demand with the limited resources. So simply managing the resources, doing the certain allocation of the resources, distribute the resources in such a way you will be able to fulfill the need of the population. That is the study of economy, that is known as economics. Now, from where this term has been taken from? So this term has been taken from a Greek word, that is oikonomikos. And oikonomikos means management of households. Like if I talk about my household, if I talk about your household, so we all have seen in our homes that we are doing the same thing. We have unlimited needs and wants, but we have a limited resources. So every month, every year, we have to balance these two things. We have to balance the resources and the needs of ours, so that we will be able to fulfill the need, as well as we will be able to save some amount of money for the future risk on uncertainty. So every time we have to prioritize. Let's say I have 10 needs, but I have only 5 resources. So out of the 10 needs, I have to prioritize which particular 5 resources, which particular 5 needs have to be fulfilled now. So I will be fulfilling that, so that my needs will be fulfilled at that particular time. So this is how you are managing your household, fulfilling your needs by using your resources and making it much more capable that you are satisfied by using the resources. The same thing when you are implementing on the economy, that is known as management of your nation. And this is what the economics is. So the economics term has been taken from a Greek word that is known as oikonomikos, which means management of household. Similarly, when you're managing your economy, that is known as economics. Okay, so let's start. Acha, apart from that, this economics has been divided into two branches, that is micro and macro. So Mr. Ragnar Fritsch in 1933 divided economics into two branches, that is microeconomics and macroeconomics. Now microeconomics is a type of study in which you are studying the individual. So when you study at the individual level, that is known as microeconomics. You are studying individual person, you are studying individual entity, individual business, that is known as microeconomics. Macroeconomics means a study of economy as a whole. You are doing a study of economy as a whole. You are doing aggregate study, that is known as macroeconomics. Clear? So these are the two branches of economics. At microeconomics, we are going to study individual level. At macroeconomics, we are going to study at the level of whole economy. Okay. Now types of economies has been divided on the two basis of two categories. First is with the trade or with the relation from outside the country. It means the relation from rest of the world. On the basis of that, we have two types of economics, open and closed economy. Open economy is such an economy where export import is allowed. It means no restrictions has been put by Government of India on the economy. In the open economy, there is no restrictions on the foreign trade. Whatever you want to export or import, you can do that. Obviously, not the prohibited item, but yes, there is no restriction of performing the foreign trade. You can perform export, import in the country. That's the open economy, which India is. And India became open economy in the 1991 when the globalization was introduced. And we have discussed that so many times. Now, if I talk about closed economy is the economy where there is a restriction from the side of the government on the export and import, or I can say on the foreign trade of a country. That is your closed economy. Moving forward, and if I talk about the economic system, there are three economic systems: capitalistic, socialistic, and mixed. Capitalistic economic system is the economic system in which private industrialists are deciding what to do and what not to do. The economy which is run by private sector, that is known as capitalistic economy. They are working for the profit maximization. Second, socialistic economy. Socialistic economy is the economy in which the government is running the economy and government is working for the social welfare of the society. And the third one is mixed economy, and mixed economy is the economy where the capitalistic, socialistic both working together. That's a capitalistic economy. Now, when I say that in the capitalistic economy, private industrialists will run the economy, it doesn't mean that the private industrialists are going to make the law and order of our country. No, it means the three major economic problems of the country: what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. The answer of these three major economic problems will be, or the decision about these problems will be taken by the private industries. That's a capitalistic economy. If these three decisions taken by government, then it's a socialistic, and both are taking the decision. That's a mixed economy. So this was the overall concept of the chapter number 12. So let's start the discussion of the MCQ with the explanation. Okay, now you have to answer. I have explained so many things in the last 7 to 8 minutes. So I want each and everyone to participate in the session and answer the question, because that's a very simple unit. Okay, let's start. First is saying, in broad terms, the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics is that. So what is the difference between micro and macroeconomics? That you have to answer, and you have these 4 options in front of you, in which the first one is talking about that they use different sets of tools and ideas. Okay. Second is saying microeconomics study decision of individual people form, and macroeconomics study the entire national economy. Third is saying macroeconomics study the effect of government regulation and taxes on the price of individual goods and services, where microeconomics does not. Next, microeconomics study the effect of government taxes on the national employment rate. Clear? So these are the 4 statements we have. Out of that, you have to tell which statement talks about the difference between micro and macro. So you can say microeconomics study the effect of government taxes. No. Macroeconomics study effect of the government regulation and taxes. No. Micro and macro is the study of economy in which you are doing at the individual level or the whole level. They use different set of tools. Right answer is B. One second. Right answer is B. Microeconomics study economy as an individual level, individual people, individual firm, where the macroeconomics study the entire national economy. It means very obvious, very simple. Right answer is B option. Okay, next question. Next we have, read the following statement carefully and choose the which statement incorrect ones in relation to the concept of mixed economy. So we have these options. 5 statements are there. Out of that, you have to tell which of the following is incorrect one in relation to the mixed economy. So mixed economy is also known as dual economy, and you have to answer which of the following is correct. Okay. So first is thing, all societies are mixed economies with element of both market and capitalistic. Sorry, socialistic. There has never been 100% market economy, although 19th century England came close. Third, today most decisions in United States made by the government. Okay. Fourth, but the government plays an important role in overseeing the functioning of the market. Government passes laws and regulates economic life, produce goods and services, and control the pollution. Okay. Fifth, for most societies, nation today operate as mixed economies. India, right from the beginning of 1991 reforms, has been a mixed economy where public sector, private sector, and the joint sector coexist and complement each other. So out of these 5 statements, what do you think, which of the following is the incorrect one? The incorrect one we are asking about. Okay, so the right answer here will be so. If I talk about the first one, mixed economy with the element of both market. Acha. Socialistic economy is also known as a command economy or a planned economy. Capitalistic economy is also known as a market economy or the laissez-faire economy. So the capital market economy means capitalistic. So when there is a capitalistic economy plus a socialistic economy, that's a mixed economy. This is true. First is true. Second is also true. There has never been a 100% market economy. Third is saying, it means first and second is true. We have to find out incorrect option. It means it cannot be the B option. It cannot be the C option because first and second are true. And you have to find incorrect. So it can be A or D. Now, third is saying today most decisions in the US are made by the government. If government is making decision, it means USA is a socialistic economy. Do you think USA is a socialistic economy? No. China is a socialistic economy. India is a mixed economy, but US is a capitalistic economy. That's incorrect. It means third option is incorrect. Third statement is incorrect, sorry. Fourth is saying, but the government plays important role. Obviously, now, if the capitalistic economy is there, it's not like the private companies will decide the law and order. The law and order will be decided by the government. The production will be done by the government. The pollution will be controlled by the government. The social welfare will be done by the government. This is also true. Next. Most societies nation today operate as the mixed economies. Okay. India from right beginning of 1991 reform. No such kind of point has been seen in the economic reform situation in the 1991. So the right answer is third and fifth option, or the statement, sorry, is incorrect. So the right answer will be A option. Right answer will be A option. Okay. Next question. Macroeconomics is a study of economics that deals with the 4 major factors. So macroeconomics, you know, it talks about the economy as a whole. So it deals with the 4 major factors, and the options in front of you are these. Household, firm, government, demand and supply. Household, firm, government, external sector. Firm, government, free market, regulation, or none of the above. So what do you think, which of the following are the 4 factors that deals or that study the macroeconomics? So acha, before answering this question, I want to let you know all that when you are talking about macroeconomics is the study of economy as a whole. When you are studying economy as a whole, it means very obvious you will be counting the macroeconomics data here. And when you are counting macroeconomics data, one of the macroeconomics data is GDP. Because it's very obvious now, you are not calculating GDP of individual person, you are calculating GDP of a country. So that's a macroeconomics factor. So what is GDP? GDP simply means the money value of all final goods and services produced within the geographical boundary of a country in a financial year. Whether it is produced by Indian or it is produced by foreigner doesn't matter. But the production should be done within the geographical boundary of a country. So GDP stands for gross domestic product. Definition is money value of all final goods and services produced within the geographical boundary of a country during a financial year. Okay, that's a GDP. And how to calculate GDP? We have a formula, C plus I plus G plus NX. This is the formula how you can calculate the GDP. If you want economic growth means increase in the production. If the production increases, the GDP increase. If the GDP increase, economic growth will increase. It means macroeconomics will grow. So here the C stands for consumption. Consumptions by household. Consumption by whom? Households. Okay. Then I stands for investment, and that investment is by the private or we can say private firms. So private investment is denoted as a I. And G stands for government expenditure here. And the NX stands for net exports. And how to calculate net export? Exports means selling goods from India to abroad. Hana, selling goods to abroad is the exports. And how to calculate net value? Net means remained value of exports is what? So what you have to do, exports minus imports will give you the value, how much net exports value is there in the country. So this is how you calculate the macroeconomics data, GDP. Okay, so consumption done by households of the country, investment by the private firms, third, expenditure by the government, and fourth, net export. Net exports you can represent as which of the following option? First is saying households, that can be represented by C, firms can be represented by I, government can be represented by G, but demand and supply cannot be represented as a net exports. Third, firm again I, G, free market regulation cannot be defined under the GDP. Here households means the consumption that households do. Private firms investment will be counted, government expenditure will be counted, and external sector means net exports. So when you calculate all the value of these four factors, it gives you the study of economics. And these are the four factors. Okay, factors are households, firm, government, and external sector. These are the four factors we have. Clear? So the right answer will be your B option. I hope it's clear to all of you. So that's very simple. If you know the definition of GDP, if you know the macroeconomic factors, you will be easily able to answer the question. Now, no contemporary society, nation falls completely into either of these polar extreme categories. Rather, all societies are dash economies. So what do you think? What is the societies are? Mixed, capitalistic, socialistic, or market. So you can see capitalistic and market economy is the same. So it can't be B, it can't be D. It can be socialistic, it can be mixed. So the all economy cannot be the socialistic now, but all societies are what? Mixed economies. So that's why the right answer will be your A option. Clear? Next question. Next we have here microeconomics concerned with the behavior of dash. So microeconomics means a study of economy as an individual. So we have four options. First, GDP, individual entity, economy as a whole, or none of the above. As I have given you already the understanding of the topic, micro and macroeconomics. So economy as a whole is a study of whole economy. That's a macroeconomics. GDP, I have just told you it's a factor of macroeconomics. So, but when you are studying individual level, that's a microeconomics. Microeconomics means a study of individual. Whether an individual person, entity, business, everything can be counted, but at the individual level. So, right answer is B. Next. Now, the definitions. Achha, one thing I forgot to tell you, the definitions are very important. Okay. The definitions are very important in the paper. Why it is important? Because there are mainly four economics in the economy. The four economics are there and they have given the four definitions. Out of that, one is Mr. Adam Smith, Mr. Alfred Marshall, Mr. Leon Robbins. And the fourth one I will be writing here. That is Mr. Paul Samuelson. Mr. Paul Samuelson. And he has given the definition of economics. That's a growth definition. That's what? That's a one second. That's a growth definition. Okay. So that's what? That's a growth definition. Okay, that's a growth definition given by Mr. Paul Samuelson. Now you have to answer me here that out of the three options that has been given in front of you, which of the following is the correct combination, which of the following is the correct match? Like we have welfare definition, scarcity definition, wealth definition. So Mr. Adam Smith, Mr. Alfred Marshall, Mr. Robbins and Mr. Paul Samuelson, they have given us the wealth definition, welfare definition, scarcity definition and growth definition respectively. I have given the number of economics in the same sequence as I have given the definitions given by them. So you can see welfare definition given by Mr. Alfred Marshall, scarcity definition given by Mr. Robbins, and wealth definition given by Mr. Alfred Marshall, and the growth definition given by Mr. Paul Samuelson. So this is very important. So the first one have a option number B. It can't be true. It can be true. It can be true. It can't be true. Okay. Second is saying second is C. Second is A. And second is C. Okay. So it means this is the right answer. And the third one is A. So right answer will be C option. The correct answer is C. So do remember their definition, because this can be asked in a multiple way. They can ask in the maths the following one-liner or statement-based question. So that have to be remembered by all of you. Clear? Next. Next question is talking about the definition of Robbins can be analyzed as follows. The definition of Robbins can be analyzed as follows. So I have told you Mr. Robbins has given a scarcity definition. Mr. Robbins has given what? The scarcity definition. And the scarcity definition can be defined how? Can be analyzed how? First is saying man has unlimited wants and needs. Second is saying the means to satisfy the wants are limited. Third is saying means or resources are not limited but also have alternative uses. Fourth is saying man has to make a choice how to make use of limited resources to satisfy his unlimited wants. So you have to tell the scarcity definition of Mr. Robbins is analyzed by which of the following statements? A, B, C or D. So man has unlimited wants and needs, that's not sufficient. Means to satisfy the wants are limited, that's also not sufficient. Then means or resources are not only limited but also have alternative uses. Okay. So if you are saying that resources are limited, needs are unlimited, that's not the definition of economics you are defining. You know this is the problem of economy and you have to provide such kind of definition which gives the solution to that. So if there is a limited resources, there is a unlimited needs and wants, you have to define that what you have to do. You have to have alternative uses. So right answer will be C. The maximum utilization of minimum resources is what you have to do. So the right answer will be C option. Okay, next question. A market economy is one. So I have told you market economy is also known as a capitalistic economy or laissez-faire economy. So capitalistic economy or laissez-faire economy or a market economy, they work on the market forces. What are the market forces? Demand and supply. There is a freedom that will be run by the private sector. So this will be the right answer. Because if there is a government, it will be a socialistic. And other names of socialistic economy is planned economy and the another one is command economy. These are the three names. Achha. 1 second. I will write like this: command economy. Okay. So these are the three names of socialistic economy or the two other names of socialistic economy. Market economy is also known as capitalistic, or you can call it laissez-faire economy. Okay. And the mixed economy is known as a dual economy. Mixed economy have another name as a dual economy. So these are the other names and the right answer will be A option, because market means capitalistic means private industrialists are running the economy. Next, laissez-faire economics means, I have just told you laissez-faire economics means is the capitalistic or market economy which works on the market forces, and market forces are demand and supply. So you have to answer which of the following is correct about the laissez-faire economics. A, B, C or D. So a term denoting economic transaction carried out by the state government. Economic transaction in private parties where there is no intervention by the state government, a branch of socialism focusing on welfare. None of the above. It's a laissez-faire economy. It's a capitalistic economy. Private industrialists will be there. There is no role of socialism. There is no role of a state government. Achha, 1 second. No intervention, it is written. 1 second. It is talking about no intervention of government. That's true. A term economic transaction carried out by the state or government, that's a socialistic economy. So right answer will be B. Economic transaction run by the private parties and there is no intervention. No intervention will be done by the government. That's the right answer. So the right answer will be your B option. That's the laissez-faire economy's definition. Okay, next question. Next we have economics is the science which studies human behavior. 1 second. Which studies human behavior as the relationship between ends and square means, which have alternative uses. So this definition presents economics as a study of means and ends. Which of the following is true regarding this definition? So definition have been given to you that economics has what? Human behavior. A study have been done and it is saying there is a relationship between the ends and scarce means, which have alternative uses. You can have multiple uses of the single resource, the single means. Okay, so this definition presents economics is as a study of means and ends. So you have to tell which of the following is correct. Man has unlimited want and the means to satisfy human wants are limited. This is what the option is saying, means and scarce or ends and scarce. Resources are not only limited but also have what? Alternative uses. This is also true. Man has to make a choice. This is also true. You have to find out the alternative use now. So right answer is D option. This is what the definition in the question is defining, that these are the things in the economics is there. So right answer will be D option. The right answer is D option. So this is how we have discussed the chapter number 12 of module B. So do not forget to let me know in the comment section right now how many answers you have given correct. If you are watching recorded video, do let me know in the comment section how many answers you have given correct. Now it's very obvious the discussion of certain questions is not the completion of the whole chapter. So what you can do, you can go and check the Mahapack 2.0 that have offer right now also